Welcome everyone, this is a tutorial for labs. Right here, as you can see, I just used my scope and there's two or three of them there. Immediately I'll move to the left here and then out this door, and when you turn to your right, you just scope and then spray and pray, basically, and you get a bunch of combos there. Once you see everything's pretty much cleared out, what I normally do is I'll pull my grenade out and try to run past everybody. When you go through these doors and to your left, throw the nade, you immediately get a 3 combo, run to the computer. After the 3, there's always 5 NPC there, so make sure you're aware of the other 2. They could come before the rest of these people and kill you, so just be aware. Now, running through here, off to your right, you kill the first one, sometimes there's 2 there, and then you go in this room and another spray and pray. You should get a bunch of combos. You can run to the computer and turn it on, or run down here like I do, and there's 2 NPC to kill, usually around that box right there. After that, I just make sure I'm the first one through the doors, excuse me, and wait until they use the computer and open it. And then when you run to the right here, there'll be 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, there you go. 3 combo. They usually leave grenades, so after you kill them, you need to run back out real quick. And then I run to this first bay. Regardless of what other people say, they'll hate, there's haters everywhere you go. They'll say, oh, that's noobish and whatnot, but if you want to get the most EXP and try your best to always be in first place, this is definitely the place you want to be. Always the first bay. The other side here is okay, but I like this side a lot better. And as you can see, I'm doing pretty good in first place. Now, if you want to turn the juice up, you can always go to the middle bay. Right here, I can do what I'm doing, stay in a corner, and for the new players, just be aware if they're looking at you or not. If they're looking at you, they could throw grenades at you in there. I know they don't have hands on the top of their head, but apparently they can still throw grenades that way. But shoot at the ones not looking at you. Just be careful for the ones that are. You can go in a corner here like I'm doing and get a bunch of combos, but it's always better to be a moving target. It's always harder to hit somebody if they're moving. And like I said, if you want to, somebody's nipping on your heels and you're in first place, or you're trying to get in first place, you want to turn up the heat, you can always go to the second bay to my right here, and then you can look to your left and your right. And there's ones in front of you, to the left of you, and to the right of you. And basically in this game, more kills doesn't necessarily equal higher score. What gets you higher score is combos. And if you go to the middle bay, you'll get a lot more combos. So that's something to keep in mind to all the new players. As you can see here, just continue to do like I said, and kill the bots. Now, if you're in Lab Rats, it's my clan. We like to kill everything before you move to the doors, but there's usually people there that's sitting there that basically rush the doors, and that's just less experience you're going to get, less points. But if you want to do that, that's fine. It's just a preference. Me and my clan prefer to kill everything first. For 1, it's more fun. For 2, it's harder. And 3, you get more XP. See, now you see me, I'm in the middle bay, and as you can see, there's bots to the left, to the middle, to the right. A lot more chance to get shot, but a lot more chance to get points. And if you do what I'm doing and constantly stay moving, left to right motions or whatever, then you'll get a lot higher score. What I usually do, as you can see, is I try my best to aim at the ones not looking at me, except for the one directly in front of you. You usually want to try to take that one out real quick. You see, I always shoot at him first. After that, then you kind of try to look around and see the ones not looking at you that's aimed at somebody else and kill them. Now I've moved to the third and final bay on the right, and this is basically like the first one. It's about the safest place you can be if you're going to be in a bay, and you're close to the door, so if everybody dies, then you can always run to the door and help your friends continue, throughout the map. As you can see, there's 1 second left. Now, once that timer runs out in yellow, you can run to the door, and of course they do. That's what a lot of noobs do. That's what a lot of other people do. I personally don't, unless I have to. But, like I said, it's a preference. Here, turn to the right, throw the grenade, and then run to my left. And there's always the 3 that you see there. After that, they'll start coming out this door, and I try to stay there with my scope and just spray and pray if you want. Use a little aim. But, see, I got a 9 combo right there. And I usually stay right here until they're all dead, unless a bunch of people come over here with me, and then I'll run off. But otherwise, I'll do that, and then I always try to stay back away from everybody as much as possible, usually, because that's the safest way to go. The Russian is going to do nothing but get you killed. So keep that in mind. Always seems to work for me. Now here you see I'm kind of pulling back and using a scope. And you can sit here right there like I was and just stay there in the back and use your scope if you want to and just constantly kill people. See, I'm always trying to move back when they bunch up, because when they bunch up, every time you kill an NPC, which is the ninjas and bots, sometimes they drop a grenade. And if there's a bunch of people around you right there, you're definitely going to get killed. So sometimes it's better to see, right there's a grenade, and there was somebody right up on me, almost got me killed. So it's always better to try to stay back a little bit. You'll see here in a few, I'm still in first place. I'm always going to be in first place. You know, unless there's a really super pro player. But even then, you know, most of the time I still get first. I just take it a little more serious than everybody else. Seeing the grenades, anytime you see the red boxes, that's ammo boxes, use them for the grenades, because you can throw those grenades and chuck them in the bays and get big combos. 2, 3, 4, just depends on how many ninjas are in there. NPC. Now this first bay here is where the first robot's going to come out. I usually sit there on the box, because a lot of people like to come and, you know, stand right in front of the door and block you. But I like to be a little bit higher than everybody else. And if they're a robot, then you're equal. Now after this first robot, you immediately move to the middle bay, because that's where the second one's going to come. Then after that, just to your left here, it'd be the third bay, and that's where the third one's going to come. So after you kill this one, you immediately move. Now this one won't come out of the bay usually. You stand back, and he'll do like he's doing right there. He's kind of stuck in the door, and then you just shoot him and kill him, and then go back to the first one. As you see, as the robot comes out of there, and then back to the second one again, and that should be the last one. Sometimes there'll be a third one over here to your left, but most of the time this will be the last one. After this, you'll turn behind you, and you look for Dread to rise up, and you'll shoot him. Now, a lot of people, other than lab rats, of course, might not know this, but Dread also has a pattern. He has a pattern that right there where I am, that's the middle pillar, and if nobody else was around, I can move left to right. Every time he goes left, I go right. He goes right, I go left. And he'll never shoot a rocket, and he'll do that over and over and over for hours at a time, if that were possible. But he'll keep doing it over and over and over and over and over, and see, every time he moves left, I move right. He moves right, I move left. See, just like that. I can do that constantly, and he'll never stop, and he'll never shoot a rocket, so long as nobody else is around you. Now, if they're around you, you might want to go ahead and run. And the only other thing to think about is anytime you see Dread's little light in front of him, like where his eyes would be, turn from blue and then to red. Red means he's about to shoot a rocket, and you need to get the hell out of there. Pull your knife out and run like a motherfucker. And see right there, I'm in first place still. They just killed him, so I'm trying to cycle through my weapons and get back to my knife, because when you run up to this door up here, so you see the red circle, that's where you want to run to. That's the last part of this map. It's running through this door right here. Usually I'm Dread. I'm the big robot. As you can see, 130,000. The closest is 55,000. And I'm Dread. See, that's me. And a lot of times, man, I like to let them win. I'll try to run away from them. And see, I'll shoot them once or twice, but then I'll just run away. You know, let them run away, basically. I don't want to kill them. I want to give everybody a chance to kill all the ninjas and robots, because if you kill everything on this last part of the map, you'll get the most EXP. And that's basically what it's all about, is experience points, you know? And it's more fun. If you want to go that route, you know, look at it from that angle, it's more fun to kill everything. A lot of people lie to you, it's the noobs, and say that they won't stop spawning, but they will. And you can always press the M button. M is in mother. And that will always show you where all the ninjas and robots are, which we call NPC. And if you press the M button, all the yellow dots are all the ninjas and robots, and it shows you exactly where they are. That way you know, and you can see as people are killing them off how many's left, and usually it's about 3 or 4 cycles, and then the third or the fourth cycle, when you kill everything, is the last one. And you see, I shot him a couple times, and you know, I'll hide. They usually run away, you know, because Dread gives out a lot of damage. So now if they push it, piss me off, I'll kill them. See, like they're doing now, I'm just gonna go and start killing some people, because you know they're not listening. They're not doing it the right way. They're trying to kill me. If you let them kill you before everything else is killed, then yeah, they win, but you don't get the EXP points. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of a few of these and go from there. So you can see it's fairly easy with your Dread. Man, it's really not fair. It's kind of a bully. But, you know, It's okay. And if you go into the center here after a certain amount of time, you can actually heal yourself. But it'll tell you on the bottom, there'll be some type of letters there, you know, a little message that'll let you know when it's time that you can heal yourself. I killed everybody. They just used the respawn. So I'll try to get back a little bit. See, all those yellows are the NPC, and if you press the M button, that's what it'll look like. I'm just kind of trying to see how many's left. That way I can determine if I'm going to let them kill me right now or not. Which I just typed in free kill because it's close enough. You know, if you're playing with better people, wait till the end. But when you're playing with people, you know, that's maybe new or, you know, don't play it as much as I do, then just go ahead and let them kill you. As long as they're close to killing all the NPC, you know, it's okay. And that's basically how you play the game. I hope this was very, very helpful, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it, guys.